All right, we're breaking into programming right now from the Local 10 newsroom. We are over the scene with SKY10. As you can see, this is a car chase. You can see how fast that car is going in the area. Let me give you the latest address I have right now. It's Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue. But as you can see, that car is gaining ground quickly, hitting an SUV right now, turning to the right, going against traffic at the moment, going in the wrong direction. We're getting a lot of information into the newsroom right now about what happened. We're hearing that there was a shooting. We did hear from Miami-Dade police that one person is dead. A man was shot and killed at the intersection of where we found out that this started, which was 95th Street and 7th Avenue in Miami. We are just getting details coming into the newsroom, but you can see this is a scary situation as this driver is going very, very fast. We're going over a building right now. It's hard to even keep up with him, and we're in a helicopter in SKY10, and you can see this vehicle has haphazardly gone in the wrong direction, turned right into traffic, hit an SUV just moments ago, and I'm trying to get a better idea of exactly where this is. But we're still hearing Miami Avenue at this point. Looks like just went over railroad tracks. We're hearing that it's going in the southbound direction. Northeast 2nd. Okay, we thought it was Miami Avenue. Now we do know it's Northeast 2nd Avenue and going in the southbound direction. The vehicle, a silver car right there. You can see speeding so fast. SKY10 having such a hard time keeping up with it. Let's go over the details in case you're just tuning into Local right now. We've gone away from programming just for a minute to bring you live pictures of a car chase. You can see another car slamming on its brakes as this vehicle goes to the left, now changing direction. It's hard to even keep up with this high-speed car chase, slowing down for a moment because of two vehicles that are allowing it to go around. We have been on the phone with Miami-Dade Police Department. We do know this all stems from a shooting. This is what began the car chase. A shooting, one person, a man, shot to death and killed. It all began at Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue. As soon as we get details of exactly where we are address-wise, of course, we'll bring them to you. We have everybody here in the Local 10 newsroom working on this, but it's amazing how far this vehicle has gone and how fast in such a short amount of time. Once again, you're looking at live pictures of SKY10. It looks like we're losing our picture for just a minute, so let's go ahead and tell you that now looks like we are at 61st Street. Unbelievable just to watch how fast this car is going. Just kind of, it looks like grazing by that green vehicle right there. Now, making another right turn. Watch right now. It looks like we are seeing the vehicle go in another direction once again. And we're losing SKY10 for just a minute, but bear with us. We'll get that back to you.
Yes. We're here on the desk also watching this unfold in front of us in the city of Miami, correct? This is in the city of Miami. Looks like the little Haiti community. I see a few of the storefronts as that vehicle is passing by. Of course, a major concern, there are a number of schools in the area. These kids could be out for lunch. A major issue for folks who live in this location.
As this car speeds through residential neighborhoods, flies through intersections seemingly without a care for anything but its own escape. It is about 10 o'clock, and in the next few minutes or so, schools are going to start letting out voluntary pre-kindergarten programs will start being released. And so as this vehicle speeds through neighborhoods here in Miami, there's an increased danger for anyone who is in the area, especially children or anyone clearly not ready for a car flying at this speed through residential neighborhoods. Constance, this is not an area where you expect to see a car moving any faster than probably 25, 35, 40 miles.
Yeah, this is obviously, I'm looking at these pictures, very familiar. This is, again, North Miami area, little Haiti community there. As you can see, there were some of the signs written in Creole as that car flew by. We're hearing this all started as a report of a possible shooting. Police following this vehicle, a suspect en route throughout that location, going at a high rate of speed. Of course, a major concern for us is that this is residential. We know that there are schools nearby. Of course, this means that anyone could be in harm's way. So we are asking people who live in this location, if you're hearing the police helicopters overhead, if you're hearing those police sirens go by, stay indoors. Of course, a very scary situation for folks out there.
And not just your own safety to be aware of. If you have friends, if you have neighbors, if you recognize any of these areas you're seeing on your television right now as SKY10 hovers over the scene of a police chase in Miami, be wary, be careful, and be vigilant about what's going on outside your doors. Tell your friends and neighbors to do the same. There is clearly a car that is out of control, and trying to do anything it can to escape.
You know, I believe that's 79th Street. I see there's a Haitian
Constance
bakery.
and Eric, this is westbound 54th Street, and he's headed towards North Miami Avenue, but you've got to bear with us because this driver is going so fast and driving so erratically. Okay, there you can see right there, Northwest 54th Street just made another
he's
turn.
Heading to I-95, or no, that's 2nd Street that he's heading
it's
down
parallel.
south?
It's parallel to I-95, so we'll see in a second if he's able to jump on the highway, just being blocked by bushes right now. But we do know, we've been telling you all along, this car chase started, and we've been on top of the scene as long as SKY10's been up, but we're trying to confirm if this is related to a shooting. Constance and Eric, we do know that happened, but we're trying to confirm that if the shooting is related to this car chase that is, as you can see, and as you've been warning everybody, is really going out of control in Miami.
Yeah, those live pictures keep going in it, but of course, as we are reminding people about this happening, it does look like that driver is heading over to I-95, something that we don't want to see, especially with the number of cars already traveling at a high rate of speed there. That car just swerving in and out of traffic, and for no care for the other drivers out there.
And you can see right there, he's headed northbound. We just saw the signs on I-95. This is northbound. Wow, it's amazing to see how fast he's going. Let me take a moment to tell you exactly what we're talking about here. Here's the part we've confirmed. A man in a wheelchair was shot and killed in Miami. Now, the victim was killed at the intersection of Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue. Now, we're hearing this car chase could be related to that, but we are on the phone with Miami-Dade PD, and we're trying to confirm that. But we started this car chase with SKY10 over the scene as officers arrived, and we did see the victim who was at the intersection of 95th Street and 7th Avenue, the person who was in the wheelchair who was shot and killed that man, and that's where this all began. So as soon as we have confirmation of that, of course, Eric and Constance will bring it to you. But at last check, this vehicle driving just out of control so fast on I-95 northbound. I think we had just seen it pass Northwest 103rd Street, so as soon as we get the picture back, we'll have a better idea.
You know, there are a lot of logistics involved with following a car moving this quickly, and so that's why you're seeing some of the video cut in and out. Bear with us at SKY10 as we continue to follow this police pursuit. This car out of control. What you're seeing now is some video from just a few moments ago. This is near the beginning of this pursuit. You can see that car there clipped a pickup truck, and now what you're seeing is it heading in the wrong direction up this street, flying on the wrong side of a double yellow line. This car is out of control. Its only mission is to get away. Police are in pursuit. And if you live in this area in Northwest Miami-Dade, be careful, be vigilant, as this car has now moved onto the highway and is headed with other traffic. And Constance, you know, this time of day, things can get congested. There are already vehicles moving at a high rate of speed on the highway.
With those kiddos back at school, we know that they do get released for lunch. JC mentioning it, starting area of Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue. We did see that vehicle just driving erratically through residential neighborhoods right past schools. Of course, a major concern there. Then he made his way up 54th Street and then up to I-95, where he was traveling north on I-95, of course, swerving in and out of traffic. We're working to get live pictures from that location. Of course, you're looking at videos, that car just barely clipping a few of those vehicles there, and at times going the wrong way in the wrong direction on those streets. Just no care for those other drivers.
Again,
wow, I'm watching a live feed, and we'll get it to you as soon as we can, but that car is still traveling I-95 northbound, just flying right now on the right side, just past a Florida Highway Patrol trooper. And at last check, it's really hard to see because the vehicle's moving so.
Okay, obviously, JC getting the very latest information here on Local 10. If you're just joining us, there is a car chase, a car moving northbound on I-95, out of control. We are staying on this story to bring you the very latest throughout the day right here on Local 10.
Yeah, all this starting in Northwest Miami-Dade. We are working to find out if this is in relation to a shooting that happened in Northwest Miami-Dade in the area of Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue. We do know one person was shot. Of course, this is all just breaking as we speak. We did have some live pictures. I think these are now video. No, not live. This is video from, you can just see how erratically that driver is driving. We do know police were in pursuit. This happening roughly the last 15 to 20 minutes now, an ongoing pursuit in Northwest Miami-Dade, going through the streets of Little Haiti, passing through residential areas, going the wrong way, clipping a few vehicles at times.
As we continue to try and get the details on what exactly sparked this and try and link it to what we know that there was a shooting, a man on the wheelchair shot in Miami, what is clear is, if you're watching this morning, is that individual or individuals who are in this car are out of control. They want nothing else but to get away, and so it is a very dangerous situation. If you're driving out on the road, certainly on I-95, you need to be vigilant and careful. If you know anybody who may be headed in that direction, give them a call. Text, whatever you can do to make sure that they are aware that there is a very dangerous situation brewing right now.
And so often we see these crashes, unfortunately, unfold live on TV. So, of course, we're just monitoring to see what's happening out there. We know police is involved, Northwest Miami-Dade involved with that. But we're going to go ahead and toss it to some video from that scene. That is actually, that's the yellow tarp from the earlier shooting.
It appears what you're looking at is the beginning of this story here, where we believe that this story and the pursuit began, all surrounding a man in a wheelchair who was shot and killed. His victim was killed at the intersection of Northwest 95th Street and 7th Avenue in Miami. You can obviously see a gruesome and grisly scene there. We're assuming that is the body of the victim here underneath that yellow tarp there. And shortly after this is when those suspects really made their escape and this police chase began.
Yeah, we are working with police right now, trying to find out if this scene is connected to the chase that you just saw live on TV. Of course, the concern for folks, if you're just tuning in, I-95 northbound in Miami-Dade County.
Let's come out of that for a second. Let's come out of that video.
As quickly as possible. Back out to us live. If you are traveling northbound on I-95, if you know anyone traveling in that location, heading towards the Golden Glades, that's the last we heard where that pursuit was going on. Unfortunately, we know this man or woman, the driver, is clearly driving erratically, just swerving in and out of traffic. That video was kind of unbelievable to see.
Yeah, it is. It's jarring. It's visually compelling, and it certainly makes you very wary about what's going on in your surroundings and on the roads around you. And so we're staying on this story throughout the day on Local 10, and the very latest updates on local10.com as well, as we continue to gather information on where this vehicle is, what its path may be, and how police continue to stay right on its tail, trying to apprehend what we believe is a suspect in what may be a murder here in Miami.
Can you guys hear me out here? I just want to break in. We have new information. We do know that the driver is I-95 northbound right at Miami Gardens Drive, and there's traffic, so that vehicle has been stopped. It looks like he may have hit another car along the way. Trying to monitor it over here, right here at our breaking news desk. But yes, the vehicle has stopped. Police are on the scene. Sorry for me to step out for a second. Police are on the scene, and it looks like they are approaching that silver vehicle. Guns are drawn. I see at least 6 different officers, and they're going towards the passenger side of the vehicle. It looks like they pulled somebody out. They are taking him down. So we're watching this all happen right now. We're monitoring it for you. I'm sorry we don't have SKY10 to bring it to you right now, but we do see that they have stopped that vehicle and they have their guns out, and it looks like they have a man on the ground.
JC, is it just JC? Does it look like there's just one person that they're apprehending?
They went to the passenger side, so at this point it looks like one person. It's just a little odd that they went to the passenger side, but the driver's side is blocked.
Well,
it's right at Miami Gardens Drive, just so you guys have a locator. This is I-95 northbound at Miami Gardens Drive.
JC, maybe you can let the assignment desk know we do have those traffic lane cameras. Hopefully we can get a view of how that's causing some delays. Unfortunately, that lunchtime traffic, but of course we are going to stay on top of the story. We'll have updates for you guys for Local 10 News at noon. And of course you can go to local10.com for all additional updates with this story.
For Constance Jones and JC Birch, I'm Eric Yutzi. We'll be right back.
We are following a developing story, a breaking story in Northwest Miami-Dade. You are looking live at the end of a police chase on I-95 northbound. This is just right before Miami Gardens Drive. As you can see, police have at least 2 to 3 lanes of traffic blocked.
If you were joining us just a few moments ago, you knew that we were following this police chase that we know started near the 95th and 7th Street, 95th Street and 7th Avenue, or 441, this in Northwest Miami-Dade. We can tell you that police have caught the man who was behind the wheel of that. You can see in the top right corner of that silver Chevy Malibu. Let's go live to the scene. John Turchin standing by with the very latest. John, what's going on down there?
All right, let me set the scene. You kind of covered a little bit here where we are at. This is Miami Gardens Drive, and just to give you a rough idea where it is, it's between the Golden Glades interchange and Miami Gardens Drive, right at the on-ramp to go northbound at Miami Gardens. And you can see where it all came to an end. The police in this pursuit cornered this guy. You see this gold car here. It looks like it's a Chevy Malibu. It was pinned up against the wall, and it looks like there were no severe injuries. There is a car to the right of it that there was someone in, a passenger that seems to have been hurt, as well as someone in the car in front of it, but overall nobody else was hurt. Let me get you upstairs and look at some aerials. We were following this throughout about the pursuit. And as you mentioned, this started back at 95th Street and 7th Avenue. And from what we are told, a man in a wheelchair was shot and killed at that intersection. What the reason is and what the tie is to this person who was behind the wheel here of this vehicle, we don't know, but that's what got things going. And this pursuit went in and out of several neighborhoods for several miles, and eventually the guy got northbound on 95 at around 103rd Street. The pursuit continued until police found a way where there was a stretch of traffic. There were not many cars that were going to cause them a problem, and they forced him off to the side of the road and kind of pinned him against that wall there and made their arrest. But in the end, it doesn't look like there were any severe injuries here. Miami-Dade, Miami Police, and the Florida Highway Patrol all on this scene right now, Jeff.
John, quick question for you. Did you see anyone be apprehended, handcuffed? We were looking at some live pictures, and it did appear that there was someone in red shorts or red T-shirts with handcuffs. Could you see anything from your vantage point?
Well, from where I was, I couldn't. To be honest with you, I was heading from the station, heading south here on 95, trying to get into position here. But from what I was told, that's probably our guy that was behind the wheel.
John, what we know is that Miami-Dade police are involved in this, the ones who made the arrest, members of the robbery intervention detail. You described the scene a little bit of not only the dangerous drives through neighborhoods, but then as it gets to 95 and heads north, it looked like it was a crash with another civilian, another individual that slowed this guy down.
Yeah, let me pan over here. John Lyons behind the camera here with me now. John, let's give him the vantage point of this person here in this SUV. It looks like, from what we can tell, that SUV was moving slowly along the edge here, maybe slowing down for police as this pursuit was continuing. And this vehicle of the guy that was behind the wheel of the Malibu that was being chased had nowhere to go. The police vehicle on the other side kind of pushed him into the wall and kind of cornered him. And it appears at this point that there were no severe injuries as a result, but it looks like they got him basically in a position he couldn't do anything.
All right, John, thank you so much for that update. And, of course, we're going to have more on Local10.com and, of course, Local 10 at noon. The end of a police chase starting in northwest Miami-Dade, ending there on the highway on I-95 at Miami Gardens Drive. 2 lanes blocked, so it's going to be heavy traffic this morning into the afternoon.
That's right. If you're headed on 95 north right now, if you know anybody headed in that direction, just let them know via phone call or text message. Is going to be slow going for some time as police continue to investigate this scene. No one injured in any crashes subsequently to this car chase. That is the good news, but we continue to follow where this began and the story behind it right here throughout the day on Local 10.